Hello, friends. I am late as normal. I was almost going to be on time. Then the PE teacher texted me. Anyways, hello. We are just going to be talking about mixed media today. Kind of just an overview of what is it. I'm sure maybe most of you know, but I think we get an idea of a certain look of mixed media. Like if you're looking at my project, you think, oh, mixed media has to look like this, but it doesn't. Mixed media is what it sounds like, is a mix of different mediums. So, hi, Janie. Hi, Joyce. How are you guys? All right, so I am going to just talk about it. And then at the end, it's going to be I'm thinking a short video, depending on how many questions or comments or different ideas you guys have at the end. So I'm just going to talk about it first. And then at the end, I will answer any questions or anything like that. So I'm going to read the definition of mixed media. So it is a noun, and it says the use of variety of media in entertainment or work of art. And it says adjective, mixed media, another term for multimedia. Hi, Jess. How are you? Yeah, me short. I did a short one yesterday. I made a pretty quick card yesterday. So, all right. So, like I said, we're just going to talk about the differences in looks that you can get using mixed media. Because when I think of mixed media, I think of something like this, or like these, or something that is so involved that people new to mixed media might get a little bit intimidated. But mixed media can be simple, like this card. All you're doing is combining two different mediums together, which is, in this case, paper. I use some splatters, stamping, embossing powder, and there you go. So this technically is a mixed media card. And you might, if you don't think you're doing mixed media, most likely you are. If you are combining paper and ink, that's mixed media. You're mixing different mediums together. Like this one is super simple. Paper, watercolors, embossing powder, sequins, all different mediums, all mixed together, mixed media card. Same thing with this card. Paper, embossing powder, inks, watercolors, vellum, wood veneers. So again, mixed media card. It doesn't have to be so involved like these that you get intimidated, because I think a lot of people say, I don't know where to start. I am new to mixed media. What are the supplies that I need? Things like that. And I think the wide range of what mixed media can be, I think anybody can do it. Hi, Ivy. Hi, Batman. I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I see maybe you're from Argentina. Hi, Terry. How are you? Glad you made it. I wasn't sure if you saw my comment or not. Okay, so, and again, I have something simple like this. We are combining a chipboard album with different elements, embellishments, which again is a medium, and then black gesso, and then the art alchemy wax on top. So mixed media project. And again, the mixed media can be defined as just, like I said, paper, splatters, something simple. It doesn't have to be so involved like this. And I think I'll do another video, or maybe towards the end, if you guys are still around. Then she said she loved your techniques. Oh, okay. Thank you. Maybe I should have my husband come in and translate Spanish for me. Well, of course you are, Jess. You are just amazing. You're amazing at everything. All right. So, any questions? I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but I think, like I said before, I think people that are new get intimidated by the mixed media word. And, Karen Tamir has tons of videos in depth talking about all sorts of different things, gessos, paste, things like that. And I'm going to be doing, not copying her, but kind of sort of my own on my channel because I do get lots of questions. So, who here is doing mixed media? And I remember watching her video quite a while ago on mixed media, and she was talking about how even elementary school students do mixed media, and they might not even know, because if they're doing like paper mache or they're adding the glue, and then they're painting over it, and you're combining the paper with the paint, and that's mixed media. So, and again, there is so many different types and looks to mixed media. And so my mixed media will look totally different from Jess's mixed media or somebody else's mixed media. It doesn't have one particular look. And I think that's really nice because we all can create with so many different items, and kind of, I feel freeing and like, let me see the comment. Teresa says it's very relaxing. It is very relaxing to me because I just feel so free when I'm creating, because I can just do whatever I want and there's no sort of rules to it. Just kind of just go with the flow and see where my creativity takes me. And less perfection, yes. Terry asks, do you envision the path your colors take beforehand? That's kind of a hard question, because if I'm using there it is. I hope I'm not in the camera. So this piece here, I was going off of a challenge, a color challenge. So I knew what the colors I wanted to use, but I didn't know until I started creating where I wanted the color and how I wanted the color to kind of flow. So in this case, it's just kind of in the center. And then on this one, I wanted it to kind of flow nicely that way, and then have my embellishments on here. I think it just depends on the project, but I tend to do a lot of the same types of things. So I don't know. Sometimes yes, I guess, Terry, and most of the time, no. I know that doesn't answer your question. Okay, I do mixed media. It's my favorite, although I have a hard time with ideas. I think we can get ideas from all sorts of different places. Sometimes my layout that I created for National Scrapbooking Day, I used my own layout to give me inspiration. So just kind of a different paper collection, but same idea, kind of same products, same composition, and it looks totally different because I used a different paper collection. And I think something as simple as like a color combination challenge, or like a what is it called? A sketch. I can think. Even if you don't do scrapbook layouts, I use card sketches sometimes for mixed media. So or whatever, or a layout or something, you can kind of mix and match different things. And then you can even say, I want to use these flowers, and go by that. Then go around your room and pick things. You can pick things that will match, like paper or other embellishments, or say you want to use, something like this. I think we can try to find one thing that you can go off of, and then try to go from there. I think it's what I'm saying. So even if it's, like I said, a challenge, or if it's one particular embellishment or something, then, try to go off of that. Hello, everybody that's just joining. If you could give this video a thumbs up, I would really, really appreciate it. So any other questions? I feel are almost too perfect, especially the stamped ones. Like this one I did yesterday. You can't see, but it's there's a little bit of dimension there, like darker area. I really like these because they're super simple, and I like doing it all. So although I really had a hard time not adding splatters and all kinds of, different things to it, but I think I just like doing it all. All right. Yes, Terry, try sketches, try searching different challenges. Dusty Attic has some. I think Prima does, maybe. I don't know if they still do, actually. I know that they used to. All sorts, all sorts of different companies have them. And then also you can get exposure. So if you share your work online, then you can share it, and then people will click on your link that you leave on their blog, or Lindy's Stamp Gang, or Lindy's Gang does theirs on Facebook. And then people will, you can leave a link to your blog or your Instagram or YouTube channel or something, and then they can go and look, and you can get exposure that way, and then possibly win a prize. So not when I first started, but when I was a little bit more comfortable and doing challenges, that's where I got a lot of my stash. So a lot of my Lindy's Gang, I feel so weird calling it Lindy's Gang because it used to be Lindy's Stamp Gang. A lot of my stash has been from me winning over a ton of years challenges. So you can kind of build up your stash that way as well. Let's see. I started out with a few classes, sometimes following others' ideas gives you an idea of your own. Yes. So I've wanted to share this before, that sometimes I see a card or a like an ATC card or a canvas or something, and then I will make something completely different from what is shown, and completely different color scheme and composition. It just kind of sparks your creativity and, I guess, your mojo to kind of get creating. And so searching for things, is a good way. Pinterest, Instagram, I always am on Instagram looking and screenshotting. And I wish I can remember some of the projects that I was looking at, and then for inspiration, and then what my project came out to be, because sometimes I'm like, really, that gave me inspiration to create this? It's totally different. So yeah. Let's see. My theme is purple and fling things. So butterflies and birds. Yes. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is gesso. So I'm just going to talk about or say the definition. It says gesso, a hard compound of plaster of Paris or whitening in glue, used in sculpture or a base for gliding or painting on wood. The surface must first be given several coats of gesso. That's like a sentence that was given. So there is different types of gesso, and all serve their purpose. Let me just get those out of the way. So there is black gesso, there is white gesso, and there is clear gesso. There is also heavy body, or heavy gesso, which is most of these. This one's a little bit thinner. Then there's like very thin gesso. There's all sorts of different consistencies of gesso. And I really like the heavy gesso the best. Hi, Sarah. So just really quickly, Sarah is going to be starting up her YouTube channel again. So if you guys can go show her some love. She used to make videos, and she took a little break. She had a baby. So she's going to go back to making videos again. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about gesso, if I can get this one open. There we go. So make sure I get my... Okay, Janie, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. So a project like this, where I'm going to be using the Art Alchemy wax. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Let's back up. So clear gesso, I think is, well, white gesso, I think would be the first one you would get, because you can thin it out enough to where you can, if you're using paper, you can see the paper behind. And white gesso, I like to use for things like covering up color that I don't want shown, painting on embellishments like the metal pieces that I want white, kind of painting on these flowers here. And then, let's see. And then this was chipboard, or, cardboard. And so I painted it with white gesso first to get it all white. And then I used some paste and all of that sort of thing. So I mainly use the white gesso to prep embellishments. Let's see, cardboard, things like that I want to change to white so that I can add color later, especially metal pieces, because you can't obviously add sprays to metal pieces unless it's alcohol ink. But yeah. So, and then clear gesso I like to use when I am making a layout. So let me move these out of the way. So this layout here, what I did, I won't be able to get it in all the way. I zoomed in a little bit. So because I want all of the paper to show, then I'm going to add a coat of clear gesso so that the sprays and all of the other mediums will not soak into the paper. It'll sit on top. It kind of protects it, but then also gives the sprays, and in this case, watercolor, something to grab onto. And so, yeah, but then I did also add a little bit of white gesso kind of here to kind of frame my whole composition area. I hope this is making sense. If it's not, then let me know. Explaining things is not my best quality, so I hope that I'm doing okay. And then black gesso is, I like to use, I mainly only use it for adding the coat of black gesso to projects where I'm going to be using the Art Alchemy wax. So that's my take on the different gessos. So does that answer your question, Janie? I hope so. I need a little bit of coffee. So I have my Star Wars cup. Oh, let's see if I can get him in there. Maybe. He says pew pew on it. Well, it says pew pew on it. It's so cute. Okay, so normal gesso is going to be a little bit thinner. I think I gotta sneeze. Sorry. All right, so take this one for example. This one, I can basically pour it out. Well, let me get a paintbrush here so I don't make a huge mess. Okay. And let me get a brush. Okay. I need to clean my brushes so bad. All right. Thank you, JD. All right. So this consistency of the clear gesso can be found in black gesso, white gesso, clear gesso. It's just a different consistency. So I'm just going to kind of pour it out so you could see that it's very thin in consistency. And it just goes on really, really nicely. I like the thicker. This has some black on it. That's why you're seeing the streaks. But yeah, so the consistency, and then the white gesso, this one is heavy gesso, is just, I can't even shake it out. It's so thick in there. So as you could see, you can even use the heavy gesso if you're just starting out and you are building up your supplies. You can even use the heavy gesso to add as kind of like a modeling paste because it is so thick. So as you could see, it has like a raised area there. And it will stay like that if I let it stay, if I let it dry like that. And you can add super thick layer if you need to. Oh, got a little gunk there. So I hope that answers that question. I should have got some new water here. Wasn't planning on doing any creating today, but I am a visual person, so right. So does that answer the questions about gesso? So if I were to buy one, I would buy white gesso first. And then I would go on to clear. Or you can even get clear and add white acrylic paint, but it needs to be matte, or else the I don't even know what is in it. Well, I guess, well, I don't know what's in an acrylic paint to make it shiny, but the if you add some acrylic paint to clear gesso, you can make it white. And you can add, colors to these as well. Saves you not having to do a million layers with the thin one. Let me put my glasses back on. The thin one coat of that, you're done. If you need a thinner water down. Yes, definitely. That's what I like to do when I'm doing my layouts, is when I am done adding the clear gesso, I will go in with a watered down brush. I won't water down the gesso itself, but I'll water down, or I'll put water on my brush and then dip it in my heavy gesso, and then it'll be a little bit watered down that way. And then that way you could still see the pattern paper behind it, but it is still giving a little bit of frame around where I want all of my embellishments and everything. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to show you quickly, because I did mention it, that you can use heavy gesso sort of like a paste, and then we'll go on to some different pastes. Let me find where are my stencils? Okay. All right, let's get a stencil here that will be a good one to use. I don't think a very intricate one would do very well, only because the gesso is a little bit thinner than a paste would be. Trying to find one. Sorry, you guys. All right, let's try this one. All right, so, and you can also get some sand and add texture to gesso as well. So there's lots of uses for gesso. That's why I think gesso, if you're doing mixed media and starting off, is like the staple of the whole. If you're wanting to get the look of, you know, projects like mine or many other crafters out there, like I said before, mixed media can have so many different looks, and you can use so many different things. All right, so we're just going to add a little bit here, and then I'm going to add a little bit of sand to the gesso. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that's just using the heavy body, or heavy gesso, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of heavy body gel. All right, so I'm going to take some sand. This is just some sand that I pretty sure I got at Hobby Lobby. And then I'm going to take one of these and add some gesso to here in my little container here. This is a container that the Art Alchemy wax comes in. Whoops. All right. And then you can add some sand just to give it a little bit of texture and grittiness. I think I added a little bit too much sand. And I know that, I believe Jess makes her own pastes and stuff. I'm not that handy with mixing things together, but you can definitely save money that way as well. You don't have to get brand named things. I'm just going to try to go in there and get a little bit more there. And this sand has lasted me a long time because I was using the Finnabair sand, or I think I actually still have some, to be honest. Yep, I have the texture. Well, it's actually called texture powder, and it is even more fine than the sand. But it's pretty pricey, so all right. Let me go back on here. And just add some texture, just like that. And it thickens it up a little bit and gives it a nice gritty texture. Really cool. Don't think that would it wouldn't. Found that out. Okay. All right, I'm going to clean this off, and we could talk about any different paste that you guys want to talk about. So what intrigues you the most? Because I think we get the idea of like plain modeling paste, which I don't think I have any out actually because I don't use it very often. I prefer, different. Oh, I do have modeling paste. It says regular modeling paste is opaque, thick paste with matte white finish, hard and permanent, yet flexible when dry. Perfect for creating texture, adding dimension, or as a base for custom paints and paste. Mix with paint, pigment, or ink. Apply with palette, knife, texture tool, or paintbrush. Water-based, archival safe, and non-toxic. So this is great. I prefer different types of paste when adding texture, but this one is a good one to start off with. I think maybe. I don't know. I know a lot of people prefer modeling paste. I prefer like the light and fluffy paste, or the I'm really liking the paper texture paste, and just gonna clean up a little bit. This is going to dry really hard on here, and I don't want that. As you could tell, I already don't clean my stencils, so and you, like it says, you can add color to these as well. And again, you can add the sand or the powder. You can add the art stones. You can add glitter. You can add beads, all sorts of different things that you want to add to any type of paste. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm glad Joyce said it's helping you. All right. So, Janie, I think that the paste that you choose depends on your liking. So some might like modeling paste, like just regular modeling paste. Some might prefer plaster paste or paper texture paste. Some might like the black sand or like a gritty texture paste. This one has black sand in it. Some might even prefer the like a gel medium to add texture, things like that. I don't like that, although I do use it for adding the like mixing in glitter and my art stones and things like that. But I prefer the light and fluffy paste from the Crafter's Workshop, and then the paper texture paste from Prima. These are my two that I go to all the time. I never use this one, and I just have it because when I was designing for Prima, they had sent it to me. But like I said, you can make your own. And I don't not like this one, but it's not one that I go to first. And regular modeling paste, I think you can get so much different texture and interest when using one of these two that I just don't go for the regular modeling paste anymore. So I hope that is a little bit helpful. And the paper texture paste is just basically like ground up paper in the paste, I guess. I don't know exactly how to, I tried to look up a definition. There really isn't. But yeah, it's really nice. Okay, let's see. Janie, is that helping you a little bit? And like I said, I think it just depends on your preference. So I personally wouldn't use crackle paste with a stencil. I think I like to add the crackle paste in larger areas. So, but some people do. And so, I mean, I think mixed media and your projects is basically defined on what you want to do and how you want to have it look. I hope that makes sense. All right. Let's see. Sarah says, I always forget the uses for matte and gloss medium besides sealer. And do you know the difference between modeling paste and texture paste? They're the same, right? Sort of. So I think a texture paste is sort of like if there's anything in it. So this one has black sand in it. This one's basically ground up paper. Then you have ones with like beads in it or glitter in it. You have like this one that creates cracks. So all of these are texture paste. I think modeling paste is just a basic paste. Nothing really added to it. It doesn't do anything like this one does cracks. This one has sand, that sort of thing. So this one is just if you want a basic paste, and then you can add, like I said, you can add the black sand to it. You can add beads, glitter, all sorts of different things. Let's see. If anyone, I recommend Deco Art Media gesso and modeling paste. They come in smaller jars. Oh, that's good. No, I don't have any Deco Art. I was thinking of this one. This Cosmic Shimmer Crackle Paste. This one is my favorite right now. Because this one, I believe, is probably all dried up. Yeah, it's all dried up. And if you aren't using the crackle paste on a daily basis, the large jars, well, you really can't get the crackle paste anymore from Prima, the white one right now, but I don't really suggest because the larger bottles, because they do dry up. As you saw, all of that is dried up. And I mean, I could still use it if I was, careful and got out all the chunks, but I do like the smaller bottles. And I did start off with this one has a smaller bottle as well. I started off with that and I really, really like it. So there is too many products. So I think maybe to start with, I would say the regular modeling paste, because then you can add what you want to it, or even, like I said, the heavy gesso, because you get so many uses out of it. Janie, you have sparked my brain into working. I will be using a brick stencil, so my color sand could actually be a good look. Oh, that would look really, really cool. Like if you added the sand to the gesso or the paste, that would be really cool and give it lots of grittiness and texture. I've used I use what I have. I've used gel medium with stencils. Yes, use what you have. I do not think, although in the end, this hobby is so expensive because there's so many different things, but it really doesn't have to be. And you really, I think, I know that I push a lot of name brand things, and but it's what I have, it's what I like, it's what I like to use. But you use what you want. You don't have to use the same exact products as me or somebody else to get the same results. You can use what you have and be creative. I think when I did a video on, or live stream on, making your own acrylic paint, and the ideas just were so cool, just to kind of come up with different ideas to color. It was using, I think we used the gel medium, and then we used like the mermaid markers from Jane Davenport to color to make a sort of like an acrylic paint, and or like a metallic paint, not an acrylic paint, but I think you guys get it. Let's see. You do have like a little bit fancier ones, like the snowflake paste, but this, again, well, it's dried. But I really, really like this one. So I would use, to be honest, the light and fluffy paste and add a ton of glitter to it. That's what I would do to make the snowflake paste. I think that's how I would make it. So it's like very fine glitter. Janie, it was quite a while ago. Let's see. Tori, there's no rules. That's what I love. Just play and enjoy experience. Exactly, Tori. And I think we get stuck in ideas, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, is that we see somebody's style and we think, oh, I have to use what they used, and that's what, mixed media looks like, and that's exactly what I have to do. But I think, like I said in the beginning, and what the title can maybe got a little bit not off track, but it's just using different types of medias to create something. So again, it could be inks with paper, that's mixed media, although it may not look like this, but it's still a mix of different mediums to create something. So there can be so many different looks to mixed media. These are definitely not the only looks that you can get, or styles. Hi, Dana. Hello, anybody that's just joining. We're just kind of talking about mixed media, what it is, and kind of throwing ideas out there. So if you have any ideas, tips, or tricks, things like that, then let me know. It went on, I thought, I can't remember who it was in the beginning said, kind of made a comment about me having a short live stream, and you were totally right, because I thought, oh, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes max. Now it's about 45 minutes. So any questions? And I did want to say, well, I'm waiting if there's any questions or comments or anything. The National Scrapbooking Day event that um, that happened this last weekend, you are still eligible to win prizes. So if you want to kind of hop along and comment on all of the videos, then you can um, do that as well. So really fun. And if you create videos or you share your work online on Instagram or Facebook, you just use the hashtag or the tag Scrap Your Heart Out 2019, and then people can search it. And there's challenges over on the Facebook event page. Pretty simple. One of them is just kind of to post a photo of yourself or your screen of you watching the live streams, and it can be the replays, so you still have a chance to win, and there is tons of prizes still available. So get your entries in so that you can have a chance to win. I know there's Lindy's, there's I don't know where my paper is. There's Dress My Craft. I think they're giving away a $50 gift card. I can't remember all of them. But there is several. So, all right. Any questions, comments, anything? I hope that I cleared some things up for you guys. And if I'm missing anything, let me know. It's going to end Saturday. So you still have a few days to kind of do the challenges, to watch the videos, to comment, all of that sort of thing. Terry, I'm glad that you like the longer live streams. They are not the people's favorite on my channel. And I do understand because lots of people have been here for a long time, and I've had my YouTube channel for about 10 years. So a lot of people are just used to the sped up version of my projects with a voiceover, and I enjoy the live streams because I get to talk to you guys. I feel like we're kind of getting to know each other, we're interacting, we're more as friends rather than just, somebody that watches my videos. I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel connected with you guys, and I want to have you guys feel comfortable to ask me questions and that I'll answer them and all of that sort of thing. All right. Are you going to do a video of your most recommended products, mixed media or otherwise? I have done one of those, Vicky, in the past. I am going to start, I guess, redoing some of my older videos that were more popular to kind of update my lists, and because things have changed, products have changed, my style has, I guess, changed a little bit, but what I go to has changed definitely, and things like that. So in the future, I can't promise anything, but sometime I will be making some more videos, and yeah. I do have I didn't do one for 2018. I didn't do a favorite products video for 2018. I cannot believe it. Normally, that's one of my most popular videos, is ones that I do of my favorite products for a certain year. I did one in 2017. So let's see. There was something else that I wanted to say, Vicky. Trying to think. Oh, yes, the art alchemy wax video is very, very popular, and I'm having a hard time whether or not I should redo it because there is more art alchemy waxes. So I'm thinking that I want to do that, but I am working on a workshop with art alchemy wax. and it'll kind of go into what they are, all of the different colors, different ways you can use them, not only for projects like this, where you use the black gesso and add the art alchemy wax on top, that sort of thing. Yes, Dana, evolved is a great word. Yes, Vicky. So I know that I've said this before. I'm not trying to push the members, the channel membership on anybody, but I have decided one of the perks of being a channel member is to have access to the any workshops that I do, future workshops that I do, and you will just have access to the video, not necessarily because I do groups on Facebook where we can kind of chat, share different, our different projects and things like that. You can ask me questions and all of that sort of thing. So if you are a channel member, you will have access to for $5 a month, and you have access to all sorts of different things, which I am still in the works, but it's getting there. I'm excited to see where this new journey takes me. Even if it's just a few people that join, I am going to really enjoy. Facebook. How did you miss what, Dana? Let's see. I saw another question. Okay. Oh, me on Facebook. Dana, do you have a different name on Facebook? I get probably 20 Facebook friend requests a day, and I have a hard time deciding which ones to accept. So I try to do ones that have like 50 or more mutual friends. So if you have a different name, then just kind of shoot me a message and say, hey, this is me. And yeah. Okay, it's the same. Okay. I've tried a Facebook, like a fan page, I guess, but I just forget to post on it. It's just too much work to post on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, my website, my blog. Oh, and then I have my my newsletter. It's just so much to do. So let's see. Oh, there it is. Janie asked, I have a problem deciding which medium to use for coloring a project. I think, again, it's all preference. I have really honestly been liking the Altenew watercolors. I used them for this project here. And I can't remember. I don't think I grabbed it, but I think it just depends. I think the watercolors are nice. Let me grab them really quickly. Because you get a wide variety of colors in here, and you can use them for so many different things. So I like to use the blues, of course, are some of my favorites. But you can use these to color paste. You can use them on like art journal pages. I think I used some color bloom spray on this one. But you can use them for so many different things. So, and then obviously watercoloring. So I think if you were to invest in something, or these right here. Let me grab them. Oh, I moved them. Okay. Or these, if they still make these, I think they still make these. These are the water soluble oil pastels. I personally like things that last a long time. You can use on for multiple different things. Get, the most bang for your buck. And I think these are definitely a go-to because you can use these and make. I think you can kind of smush them up and dissolve them in water and make like a little spray, or kind of like a wash to add color. And then you can do all sorts of different things. You can use them as an oil pastel straight onto paper. These are so great. I love these, and I don't grab them as often as I used to, but these have lasted me a long time. Another product that I used to like was let me see if I can find them. Were the Nouveau embellishment mousses. But as you could see, they are dried up, and which is a shame. And I haven't tried to add, I think somebody suggested to add glycerin. I haven't tried that yet, but I used these for everything. You can use them as a paste. You can use them as watercolor. I think, well, I know I have a video over on scrapbook.com's channel, 5 ways to use the Nouveau embellishment mousse. But like I said, they're dried up, so it's not something that I would recommend unless you're going to use them in the time that, I don't know exactly when they dried up, but yeah. Anything else that you guys? I have so many different things, and I will be honest, some of them have been sent to me. I'm pretty sure the Nouveau embellishment mousse was sent to me from Tonic Studios. And then but I did really like them. So all right, let's see if there's any other questions. I like Lindy's. You can get a set to start with, or the shakers. Yes, definitely. I like the Lindy's, the magical powders. Do they still make those? I don't know if they still make those, the powders. I like those because you can make your own spray. You can use them for like watercolors. They have definitely a lot of uses as well. I've been placed on a craft buying freeze by hubby. I have 2, Janie. I am, luckily, nothing that I am dying to have has come out yet, but I know it's probably going to be about a month or so, I think, is when new products start coming out. So we'll see. I am trying to be good because we're, as most of you know, we just moved and we bought a new house. So we're trying to get everything situated, and we're going to be painting all of the rooms, colors for the, different colors for the kids' rooms. And my husband's going to be building me a barn door for our bathroom. And we're doing our yard in the back. The front was landscaped, but the back is total all dirt. So we're trying to do that. It's all sorts of different things. So definitely need to be more mindful of what I get. I just got the Lindy squirts. Can't wait to try them. Terry, I have them. I did use it on this project here a little bit, but then I ended up using a spray. I think if you have the sprays, I'm not sure that you have to have them. Like if you're really on a budget of, craft budget, then I don't think it's a have to have product. But if you just like to have different options, then I think it's nice to have. Let's see. I am getting ready to destash, I think, papers. I don't really um I don't really use my papers that much anymore. Janie, I love the Ken Oliver Color Burst powders because they're so vibrant. They are amazing, but they make a mess. Even when you think that you're trying to, that you're not making a mess, you'll find that powder somewhere later, days later. So it's definitely something that you really have to be careful with because the powder goes everywhere. I really like them. Let me see. Where did I put them? I'm moving things. Oh, I put them on my shelf up here. All right. Let's see. So this is my stash of Color Burst powders. Yes, it's my chair. Goodness gracious, squeaky. All right. They are amazing, but they stain. So, but they're really nice. I wish that there was more time that I could just create because I have so many different things that I want to use. Not enough time. Yes, these ones, he does have ones with like a metallic or a mica in them. Not a mica, they're more like a metallic. These are a flat color, so it is concentrated watercolor powder with fine tip applicator. That's what it says on here. There is several, and some of them, like the black, there'll be yellow. There will be, I don't want to open them, but there is purple. There's all sorts of different colors in here that make up that one color. So it's you're gonna have to shake them. I always forget to shake them, but I shake them around, and then you get that nice color. So even if I'm using, say, this one, there will be like a pink in there. My biggest problem is seeing a technique, buying the products, then not using them after following. Oh, yes, definitely. I have so many stamps and different things, not really different mediums, or well, I guess we were talking about that in the beginning, that anything can be a medium, but like color mediums or paste or anything, I tend to use those. But if it's like a stamp or things like that, I think it's mainly stamps that I buy and I don't use. Like the distress oxide sprays, I haven't used them for a project. So I guess I take what I just said back. I really need to figure out a project to use them on. And I just can't. I don't know what it is. How do they compare to Nuvo shimmer powders? I haven't used the Nuvo shimmer powders before, so I cannot give a comparison. I personally like things that don't have any shimmer to it or don't have any mica to them. So I really like the Color Burst powders. They, like Jess says, they are a crazy, powerful punch of color. It's like in your face color. It's amazing. It's really good. It's really nice. And you use like so little. It's crazy. Any other questions? I know I'm sorry that I didn't create anything today. Just kind of wanted to talk a little about uh, mixed media for a little bit because I get lots and lots of questions on, where do I start? What products do I get first? Uh, things like that. And to be honest, I think it really has to just do with your preference because I can say, oh, you like my style, or you like Karen Tamir's style, you like Jess's style. You need to get what they get. But it's not really necessarily true because you can use so many different things and so many different products that you can get the same result in the end and still using your own creativity because I all can be inspired by so many different people, so many different styles. I watch so many like Heather over at Heather's Crafty Life. Definitely not how I scrapbook, but I find inspiration in her. She is such a positive person. I love watching her. She's such a genuine person, and I can get ideas from her composition, her color choices, just anything. So I think we can, just depends, especially on, I don't have time to watch everybody's videos or see everybody's projects, but I try my best. And I'm trying to do better at commenting too on people's projects, but I'm getting off. I just love talking to you guys. I feel like we're just kind of hanging out, and well, I do kind of feel sometimes that I'm talking to myself, but then I see your chat and I know that I'm not. So yes, the possibilities are limitless and endless. You could just do so much, and you don't have to have a huge craft room of supplies. Like I think I definitely have way too many things. I think we can all say that. Although I want them all. I think that's the problem. We have too much, but we still want everything. And I think it's nice that we have a hobby that we can connect with people that are all around the world from different walks of life, from I don't know, from just so many different places and so many different styles of creating. And uh I think that's what I like the most. That I love when I inspire somebody to create something and then with their project, they in turn inspire me to create another project. It's happened quite a few times where somebody says, "Oh, I was inspired by, Tiffany's whatever it was." And then I look at their project and it just gives me a jolt of creativity that I just have to create, and then I'm inspired by them. I love that it can go full circle. I agree, Vicky. I think it's really, really nice, especially when I see comments like, I, am disabled, I have to stay home, and watching your videos or going to your live streams have really helped me. Things like that. I think you guys have no idea. Sometimes when I read comments, or like I'm watching somebody's video, or I'm on Instagram, or I'm just connecting with people on Facebook. I get teary-eyed and I choke up because I feel so blessed to be able to connect with so many different people. I know it's kind of cheesy, but it's true. And I truly appreciate every single one of you so much, more than you'll ever know. Where's my phone? I think I have you on Instagram, Vicky. Let's see. Since we're just chatting, don't you hate it when you start working out? So I've been walking more with my daughter. There is a thing called a 100-mile club. So you pay like $15 or something, and it's basically just for the shirt, and then the kids get like little charms as they get miles. And I joined this year to do it with my daughter, and I was lacking about 15 miles a couple weeks ago, so I started walking more, and I've gained 5 pounds. I hate that. Drives me crazy. I'm sure I can't be the only one. Let's see. Vicky, whoops. Vicky, yes. Yes, I know. Oh my goodness. I see you always commenting and yeah, I know who you are, Vicky. Sometimes it takes me a minute. Well, I do eat during the day, I eat like crap. I'm going to be honest. Like I just finished a bag, well, not the whole bag at once, but I am addicted to the flaming hot Doritos. If you guys haven't had those, they are so good. But dinner time, I pretty much cook pretty well most of the time. I only use Instagram. Yes, see, Janie, I think connecting with people on just more than like, oh, seeing their comments and, things like that. I love getting to know you guys, even though sometimes it takes me a while to connect Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and anything else to one person. I still really, really enjoy it. And it brings me so much joy that I can be there for other people as well. And I think the dynamic of my YouTube channel has changed since I've been doing live streams. I've lost a lot of subscribers. I don't know if they, have been. It's where I want my channel to go because I don't want to just see, like I keep saying, it's people just as, oh, there's Wendy commenting again. Like I want to say, oh, there's Wendy. I know I don't know, just had a baby or like whatever the case may be. I want to know you guys. I want to be more connected with everybody. Obviously, I can't be connected with all over 30,000 people, but it is nice to know that there's a good handful or a couple handfuls of people that I can connect with that I really enjoy just kind of chatting and hanging out with everybody. And I know the live streams are not everybody's thing, but that's okay. Truly wonderful. I love watching your videos, and you are my inspiration and crafty educator. Oh, Wendy, thank you. That really means a lot to me because I have kind of been not, I don't want to, I'm not depressed, but kind of just feeling bleh because of the fact that I see, negative numbers sometimes, and like I just keep losing subscribers, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm really happy with how my channel is going to be going, and it's just a different stage, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. It all works out. I thought at some point that maybe I could do this as I wouldn't be able to support my family, but to help my family, you know, one year my mom had taken my nieces, and well, she still has them, but this was about 3 years ago, and she was in a really hard spot. Her husband had gotten the Grand Bray or something like that, and he was hospitalized, and I had to help my mom get my niece school clothes. And it was when I first started doing affiliate marketing, and it helped tremendously. You guys have no idea. Even if you don't think, and a lot of times, I'm not going to lie, I do spend it on crafty goodies, but when I need to, or when, things like that, then like my son's going on a school trip, and I used some of my affiliate money from Amazon to get him like a little backpack to bring with him, and a wallet, and different things like that. So it does help. And I don't know why I'm going on about that, but right. More in depth with your followers. Totally get it and agree. Yes, definitely. Sometimes a few awesome subscribers are better. Yes. Aw, Janie, thank you. That's so nice to hear. And yes, Terry, I love connecting with people, and when people message me on Facebook and say, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you," it honestly doesn't bug me unless you're like blowing up. There has been some times when people message me, and I have things going on. I have kids. I volunteer at the school all the time, and I have a life too, so sometimes I don't get to messages right away. And there has been a few times when people, not that they're mean, but think that I'm ignoring them. Oh, you can't, reply to my question or something, and it's definitely not that. I don't mind at all. I don't mind answering any questions. So all right. Anything else? Let me know now. I don't think I'll be doing a live stream on Sunday because it is Mother's Day. Not sure what we're going to be doing, but I can't imagine many people joining, and I'm sure we will probably be out, I don't know, doing something. I don't know, maybe watching the end game again. Who knows? Aw, Dana, you guys are gonna make me cry, to be honest. Not that I've been doubting myself, just kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say because there are so many people that say, "Oh, I'll watch whatever you make," but then like the numbers don't add up to what people are saying. So it's kind of hard to, I don't know. I know that numbers aren't everything, but Wendy, yes, that is very, very true. And I've talked about this before too, is like a video can have 2 million views, but that doesn't mean that they watched it all the way through. It just means that they clicked on it and then that's it. They could have exited out of it right away and not watched even 10 seconds of it. So okay, so maybe we'll talk about a little bit of supporting your favorite YouTubers again, because I did do this a little bit ago. So I think the main thing is, if you want to, even if you have it playing in the background, to be honest, to support somebody that you love, and then you kind of have to watch their full video, I guess, and give it a thumbs up, because then it shows YouTube that people are interested in it, and people are staying interested in watching the whole thing. So like Wendy said, it's definitely true. If you click on it and then right away click out of it, then the interaction in the video isn't up there. So it will be pushed down. So. Vicky, that's funny. Don't underestimate yourself. You inspire us more. Oh, thank you, Dana. I'm human, and I know that I preach to just not just do what you do and be yourself and things like that. So, but it is hard at times, because I think at some point I thought that this could possibly be a good source of income for my family, but I think I put too much work into it and not enough return. Not that I'm treating it as a job, but I thought that possibly it could be, and I've talked about this before. It's no secret. I barely make the $100 to get a payout at the end of the month for YouTube. And that's with over 30,000 subscribers. All right, Terry, I know I'm just kind of chatting about just random things. I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by, Terry. And then affiliate marketing I found it was best when it was creativation time. And then it kind of dies off a little bit. Even though I'm putting so many videos out, it still is so unpredictable. So I think that eventually, after the summer, because my daughter is going to be in 3rd grade, then my son's going to be in 7th grade. So they don't really need me anymore. This year I helped more in my niece's class because, like I said before, my mom has custody of my nieces. So I help in my niece's class more than I did in my daughter's class because they just don't need me. So, but I am going to think of what I want to do for a career. Like I graduated high school, but I didn't go to college. I wasn't the best student in high school, so I definitely have to think of what I want to do long term, because I can't sit around and craft all day as much as I would love to. It's not feasible. So, all right. They need to change that for crafty videos. I often watch, then rewatch as I create, not existing because I'm not interested. I'm sure lots of crafty people do that. Yeah, I think so too. Georgia, I'm sorry, I just saw your comment. Mixed media is all new to me. I'm very interested. Okay, so I've been on for an hour and a half almost. So most of the information is going to be at the beginning of the video. So I think you can rewind and go back to the beginning because right now I'm just kind of chatting. So about random things. So if you want to go back to the beginning, it has, I talk about what mixed media is and all of that sort of thing. Yes. And then I go into different paste, texture paste, different gessos, things like that. So I hope that you find it helpful. And if you have any questions, definitely let me know and I'll try to answer them best I can. I don't think that I am an expert. I just talk about my experience with different products and hopefully it helps somebody. Right. I enjoy listening to you and when see things, I think I have to have them. I like hearing you tell us how things work and it's not cheesy. You're great. Thank you for everything. Oh, thanks, Joyce. All right. I think it's time. Any questions or any other topics? Is there a video platform like YouTube, especially crafty art people, that would be better? I don't know what you mean, Vicky. That would be better as like what? All right, Wendy, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day at work. Um, I don't know, Vicky, what you're talking about. I don't know if you're answering. Okay, yes. For benefiting the creators, YouTube these days is more for the vloggers. Yeah, I agree, Vicky. I think that's why I push so much about supporting each other because I mean there is a few people like the Frugal Crafter, Marta, there is a very small handful of people that have over 100,000 subscribers and are doing very, very well. But I think for the most part, most people are very small. And I think that the crafty community is so much smaller than, say, family vloggers or makeup artists, or, YouTube does the live streams for gamers. And they have tons and tons and tons of support. And so I think that we really need to kind of stick together and support each other and share videos and share each other's channels and watch each other's videos, comment, and things like that. So don't do this. Okay. I'm not, Janie. I think that it would just be too much for me. I think that I would try to do it and then end up going back to just uploading all on the same channel. And a lot of people have said this to me that people can pick and choose what videos they want to watch. And I do it on, I don't, not every single thing that somebody uploads is going to be interesting to me. So do any more lives since they changed the subscriber number 2000? Oh no. Oh yeah, because I think I saw that you have to have 1,000 subscribers to live stream from your phone, which is kind of a pain. And to be honest, the live streams, the memberships on channels, the super chat donations, it's all geared towards gamers. I'm gonna be honest. So I always joke with my husband. I said it would be so funny if I did like a gaming channel because I play games on my laptop, and so I thought I should just do a gaming channel because I watch some gamers, some girl gamers, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They get hundreds and hundreds of dollars of super chat donations, tons of members. I'm like, but I obviously, you know, am would never do that. I'm not even any good at any games, so it wouldn't make sense, but let me see. Kilburn's Creations. After this, I will definitely go subscribe to your channel. Um, how many subscribers do you need? I can't go to your channel right now because something with my chat, it won't let me when I'm live, but I'll definitely do that after. Is anybody still there? Everybody went super quiet. Aw, Janie, you're so sweet. Midnight Crafter, honestly, probably about an hour has just been chatting about random things. So if you want to go back and watch the replay, you could definitely do that. But I think I am going to end it if there isn't any questions. If you think of anything, any tips or suggestions or any questions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And let's see. If you haven't done so already, if you could give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And don't forget about the live event. You could still enter for a chance to win some prizes. So there's some challenges. There is, you can comment on all of the videos and have a chance to win. And the easiest one is to post a selfie or a, screenshot of you watching the live streams, even the replays, and then post it on Instagram or post it directly to the Facebook event page and use hashtag Scrap Your Heart Out 2019. And then I'll know that you have entered the challenge. So you have 333 subscribers or you need 333 subscribers? They are. We were talking about them. So when you go back, oh, you have 300. Okay. So when you go back, we were just talking about how they are, what did you say, Jess? They are a punch of, I can't remember exactly what you said. Crazy punch of color or something. But they just get everywhere. They're so messy, but I do love them. They're amazing. Oh, Dana, you are so close. So while I'm here chatting about random things, is there any questions? Like I said before, I say this often when I try to give advice on growing YouTube channel or any tips and tricks that I might have. I'm not, somebody that has a million subscribers or anything, but if there's anything that you guys have questions about, let me know and I'll try to answer them. Anything at all. I don't know why. I think it's so strange because why they keep changing it because, to be honest, like I said, all of these things that they're implementing, the live streams, the super chat, the channel memberships are all for gamers. I think YouTube is really catering to a lot of different I guess genres of videos and not really, us crafty people. So, but most people that do live streams are gamers. So you would think that with the super chat, because a lot of the gamers do get super chat donations, they would be making money because YouTube makes uh what's it called? YouTube makes 30% of super chat donations. I'm not sure exactly how much they make from the channel memberships, but they do make 30% from the super chat donations. Toothpaste and yeah, Twitch is separate. And I think a lot of the gamers are switching to YouTube because on Twitch it does take a long time to kind of build up. They have I don't know exactly how it works. I don't watch Twitch or any videos or anything on Twitch, but I know that it takes a long time to kind of build up that platform so that you can make money. And YouTube, I think, is a little bit easier for the gamers, I think. Oh, you do, Jess? Huh. Yeah, I'm sorry, Midnight Crafter. YouTube is definitely has its flaws, but I don't think I could switch to anything else. Oh man, I am tired. So much walking. I think I've done 7,000 steps so far. So, yeah, I've been averaging about 15,000 a day, which is nice. All right, any questions? I know we kind of got off track here, like normal. Bye, Deanna. I have Streamlabs, which I really like, but for some reason, it won't let me go live from there. I think I did it once, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And then I had to get rid of it, and then I had to um, reinstall it, and then everything worked one time and then it's not working again. So, thank you, Midnight Crafter. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I should just start a gaming channel and on the side. What do you think? Oh, Janie. Um, we live about 3/4 of a mile away from the elementary school, so I like to walk as often as I can. And then I was saying, I don't know if you missed it or not, but there's this 100-mile club at my kid's school, well, my daughter's school, and I'm still getting used to my son being in junior high. So I do that with my daughter as well. So, but now it's over. I hit my 100 miles. I think I did 103 miles or something around there. I just barely made it because today is the last day to get the miles in. Oh, we were joking around. Well, I was joking around with. I think you might have been in the chat. I can't remember who else was in there because she was talking to some other people that are gamers that we should start a Jess over a Card Day's Work. She was talking about. Well, we were talking about starting a um, like a I guess like a group, like crafty moms that game or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was pretty funny. In what space of time? So it's the school year. So it starts at the beginning of the school year and then ends at, so I want to say with, because it doesn't start exactly when school starts. But so I'd say about, is it 7 months or so, 7, 8 months? And you can get miles for walking to school, walking home, and then doing them at school. You can't just get them randomly. It has to be like school related. All right. Any questions before I go? There's some kids that end up with like 400 miles, which is crazy. Just see them like doing lap after lap after lap after lap. Aw, thank you, Janie. I might end this stream, which I should have done before I started randomly talking. Um, well, no, it's already noon. I need to mop my floors. You guys know how long it takes to mop my floors now? Oh my goodness. So before we lived in an apartment and when we lived in San Diego, and there was like a little space in the kitchen and then the bathrooms that I had to mop. Fine. I would do it on my hands and knees. And then we moved here and I complained. I think I don't know how many square feet it was, but it was just basically the kitchen and then the bathrooms, of course, that I had to mop. I did it on my hands and knees a few times. My mom used to do that when growing up, so that's how why I mop with on my hands and knees. And then um and then we moved here, it's all tile. It drives me crazy. It's nice because tile is cleaner than carpet. Well, the rooms are carpet, but it's just so much tile. And our house is like 2,400 square feet now. And before it was like 1,600. And then before that, when we lived in an apartment, it was like 800 square feet. So it's like each time I'm like getting more and more that I have to mop. And it's just like, ugh. I'm about to clean too. I wish that self-cleaning house would be fabulous. Yes, I agree, darling. I always see my Fitbit is telling me that I need to get up and walk. Um I have joked around with my husband because I've always thought it was funny when people have like the Roombas. And now I'm like, I need a Roomba like bad. We were at Costco and I almost bought one. Like tired of the crumbs and the cat has the most crumbs. Like she's crazy. Oh, Wendy, so in our house before or our apartment, I'm sorry, in San Diego, my craft area was in the master bedroom. It was a two-bedroom, and so my craft area was in the master bedroom. My husband worked outside of the home. Now he works from home. And I didn't manage to get any stains on the carpet. I promise you, no lie, the day before we moved out, when we were moving all of our stuff, I got a huge stain on the carpet in the master bedroom. Of course. I was so mad. But luckily they didn't. I don't think they charged us for it because everything else was perfect. So, and then I think we were there for long enough to where they had to replace the carpet anyways. But yeah, was so mad. And then my daughter, she was painting with acrylic paint, black acrylic paint the other day. She gets a big glob of it on my carpet, and they used the cheapest carpet in our house. So eventually we were going to change it anyways. Well, not in my craft room because I told my husband I don't care what it looks like because eventually it's going to be stained with paints and sprays and all kinds of different things. But our bedroom and the kids' bedroom, we definitely want to change because it's already looking flat and we haven't even been here we moved in November, the end of November. And when you go into the master bedroom, it's like so flat, it drives me nuts. Anyway, so we were going to change it anyways, but I was so mad when my daughter put a big black. Luckily, I think I got most of it, but I was so mad. Like, really? I haven't even stained my carpet yet. You guys, I could seriously sit here and chat with you guys all day, but I probably should get going. Um, Joyce, I think it was Jess, A Matter of Crafts, definitely. She is, I think she's pretty new, but let me see. I'm trying to find it here. I forgot who it was. Kilburn's Creations. She needs quite a few subscribers to get to that mark where she can live stream again. So thanks, Darlene. And thank you guys so much for always stopping by and chatting and hanging out. I know it's so funny because I am not a talker at all. Like, I don't really not I think because my brain doesn't work very well with my mouth. I don't know. I feel like I don't say things the right way sometimes, but when I get chatting on here with you guys, I could probably chat all day. My son definitely takes after me. He is not a chatty person at all. My daughter, on the other hand, she will out chat the chattiest person in the room. But she's never gotten in trouble for chatting or anything in school. So my niece has the same teacher that my daughter had in kindergarten, and she is amazed at how outgoing and so much energy she has and how chatty she is. So she always tells me that she's like, she hasn't gotten in trouble. I said, no. And she goes, it's so funny because when she was in my class, she was so quiet. She would follow all the rules. She would never get in trouble. And same thing with first grade and now second grade. She's always clipping up. They do this thing where you clip up or clip down depending on your behavior. My daughter's never had to clip down. And when you even talk about it, like the other day, uh, she had kind of pinched one of her friends like as a joke. And I was telling her teacher, I said, don't you have to clip down when you pinch people at school? And then I kind of gave the teacher like a winky, like, play along with me. And she's like, oh yeah. And then Abby was like almost gonna cry because did not want to have to clip down. But yeah, anyway, so there again, I going and chatting and oh, thanks, Janie. Well, Janie, I don't remember if I have you on Facebook or not or anything, but you could shoot me a message and maybe we could do like because I think you had said you were homebound. So maybe we can do like a Skype chat or something. We can craft together or something. That would be fun. So there's like a behavior chart, and you have uh, so like if you're doing good more than you're supposed to, then you clip up. But if you do something bad, then you have to clip down, and then you clip down once. It's kind of like a warning, and then if you clip down another time, then your parents are called or a note is sent home. Hello, Sahiba. I hope I'm saying your name right. Vicky, I am very proud of her. She is definitely, I'm very happy in how my kids are turning out. My son was just telling me the other day that, well, actually this morning, he was telling me that him and his friends found $10. They do this thing, it's called Penny Wars, and I don't even know how to explain it, but it's something that they do in the 6th grade. And they had found $10 and they brought it up to the office, and the office said, well, if nobody claims it, then you can have it. And it just makes me proud that my kids are so honest. And the other day my son was telling me that in front of a girl getting on the bus, and then he tried to let the girl go in front, but she might have been older because the middle schoolers and the high schoolers ride the same bus. So I think because she was probably seeing him as so small, she was probably wanting him to go first, but my son insisted on her going first. And it's nice to hear those kinds of things. Thank you, Sahiba. I really appreciate it. Yes, Darlene, I am off too. I'm procrastinating. And I can't because my floors really need to be done. So, all right, I am going to get going. I cannot believe I was live for 2 hours. If you haven't done so already, please give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you are watching this later and made it through the whole video, I do really appreciate it. And leave me a comment down below, letting me know if I helped in any way. And going to be bored without the chat. Took the day off to finish birthday gifts. Have a great day. Aw. All right, Wendy. Bye, everybody. Take care. See you next Wednesday. I won't be live on Sunday because it is Mother's Day here in the United States. So I will be live next Wednesday, possibly another day, just randomly, because sometimes I do that. But yeah, thank you guys. Hello, late Nelly. You're a little late, aren't you? No, I'm just kidding. Well, you are, but my sassiness, I was kidding. All right, you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.